Hey guys, welcome back to KSP. And like I said in the last episode, we're going to try to do a live commentary whenever possible from here on out. We got some of the first few missions out of the way. We're able to get a little bit more science and everything. Before I actually show that, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here and go over the tech tree real quick just to refresh myself. It's been a few days since I played. Okay, yeah, so we got all of this. We have the stability parts. We have science tech, so we do have science junior, the new comms dish. Oh, we do have batteries now, but we don't have solar panels just yet. We do have fuel lines and some RCS now. So with that in mind, I went ahead and built a ship ahead of time. You probably saw it just a minute ago. The moon lander. Last mission was the moon flyby. This time we're actually going to be landing. Hopefully. It's been a while since I've tried to do anything like that. So go ahead and pull that down and zoom out a little bit so you can see the full ship. And what we've got here is get some Asparagus Staging. So all 5 of these engines are going to be firing at once. And then these 2 engines, this one right here and this one right here, they're both feeding into the other engines. And they're feeding into the center stack. So these 2 are going to fall away, and then these 2 are going to fall away, leaving just the center stack, hopefully at least in orbit by then. And then we have one of those little engines, what are they called? The LV909. We have one right here, and these centers, or these outer fuel tanks, they're just used for stability on landing and extra fuel for that. And when we do decide to leave the surface, we are going to decouple these outer stages. Hopefully we'll use up most of the fuel. And we might, if we have a lot of fuel saved up when we actually do make contact with the ground, we'll probably hop around to a couple different biomes depending on how much fuel we do have left. So I still don't have ladders yet. I don't think so anyways. No ladders or anything like that. I could, if I wanted to, try to bring this whole thing back by putting radial parachutes, but I want to try this design out, see how it works. I think this is something that we can reuse for different things. Just put bigger stages on underneath and everything. I think, yeah, I do have it saved. Yeah, but without the command pod. For some reason, it wouldn't let me save it with the command pod. It said I didn't have anything to attach to, so that's easy. I figured we could change it up, maybe put make it a robotic lander and things like that later on, if we wanted to as well. So I have the new comms dish in the back, and as you can see, we do have RCS like I said before. So and I've been playing around. I don't usually use Separatrons, but sometimes I do notice that these outer stages that I put on my rockets definitely come close. So I'm definitely I'm wanting to avoid any kind of issues with that, so I'm starting to use Separatrons. So hopefully, I think I have it staged correctly. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get it out to the landing launch pad and get this mission on the road. So I'm not going to try to limit myself to any kind of let's go ahead and put that on orbital. Any kind of time frame of as far as videos are concerned, like the length. I just want to let's go ahead, set that as our target. All right. Any kind of link to the video to each episode. So I'm just going to record. If it does run where it's a pretty long mission, I'll probably just cut it up, edit it a little bit. And if that's still too long, I might just split it up into separate episodes. But I definitely do want I'll try to get at least a full mission in an episode, or at least a good chunk out of it. So we'll see how that goes. So 3, 2, 1, go. Plenty of thrust off the launch pad, so that's always good. And if there's any quiet points where there's nothing going on or I'm not talking, I'll definitely probably speed it up or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just going to try to keep these episodes as natural as possible, because after all, this is a let's play, and I do want to play the game. You know, I don't want to try to to force myself to say something if I don't have anything to say and make awkward conversation like I do sometimes, or something like that. So we'll see. And we need to mix it up sometimes. Jebediah's been doing a lot, and I am drifting a little bit. I need to pay attention to that. So we're about to drop our first stage, and we're going to lose a lot of delta V, probably. A lot of thrust. Okay, so maybe I need to lower those just a little bit, so they don't tumble so wildly like that. And we're starting to spin a little bit. Nothing that we can't manage. We're still gaining speed, which is always good. And some of you might have noticed I've started playing in full screen again, just to have a little bit better view of the area and not be so cluttered. And I did reduce the UI size even more, um, just to clean it up a little bit. I hope it doesn't make it too hard to see what's going on in the YouTube video online, but at the same time, it just gives me a little bit more room to play around with, and it's definitely enjoyable. Our Apple Watch is getting on up there. We're at over 20K now, so that's good. Trying to stay on 90 without any other reaction wheels or anything. This is pretty sluggish right now. And these outer engines, they're the more powerful ones. They're the ones without the thrust vectoring. I don't have the name memorized. And here we come to the separation of those stages as well. Ooh, okay, yeah. So alright, I definitely do need to lower those separatrons a little bit. Maybe angle them a little bit. Ooh, I just saw the stars blink and then they come into existence. So yeah, it looks like we have plenty of fuel in this stage. Actually, I'm gonna throttle back a little bit. So we should be able to get there with no issues. Throttle back just a little too much. Take a drink of water real quick. Excuse me. And I'm definitely gonna have to check though, but I did change some audio settings, like I said in the last episode. So maybe it'll be a little bit clearer. We'll see. Let's just go ahead and throttle back up. It's not that much. Any noticeable as far as fuel consumption goes. I'm sure somebody knows the answer to that. And we are catching the Appalachians a little bit, so I think I need to start angling up just a little bit more. There we go, starting to push away. As long as we don't catch it, that's the main part. As long as we don't catch it. I want to at least push this up above 70 before we lose a stage, hopefully, or at least as close as possible. Yeah, we're going to get pretty close. Alright, go ahead and cut. And go ahead and make a maneuver just to see. 124 is fine. Alright. Saying it's going to be a minute burn, so about 35 seconds out. Speed up a little bit. Alright. And here we go with this burn. As long as our APO stays out of the atmosphere, we'll be fine. And of course, we'll obviously be able to raise our periaps once we get around to the other side. Can't wait till I get some lights and things like that, so it'll be a little bit brighter when we're on the dark side. But I definitely don't want to start doing that until I get some better tech. Maybe the extendable solar panels, not just the radial mounted ones. We're in orbit now. Bump that up to about 120. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, spin around to the other side. And go ahead and circularize. Didn't mean to target it. How do you switch targets tab? Yep, there we go. About doing the height, dress, jewel, lathe, ball, Tylo, bop, pole, Elo, Moonlander one. There we go. Alright, that'll be close enough. We can. Doesn't have to be. We're just not going to be an orbit we're in very long, so we can definitely have it a little eccentric. 6-second burn, very nice. Alright. Close enough. Alright, so there's the moon. So about here, I'd say. Works for me. 41 kilometers. Beautiful. 2 minutes. It's gonna take 832 delta V. We still have 1751, so we still have plenty. Alright. And of course, coming back is going to take hardly any for this little guy. It's going to be small. Alright, 2-minute burn, so 405 out or so. Oh, we're just below being able to warp faster. I said 405, I meant 105. Would win the burn, so no biggie, no biggie. We're not that far off of our inclination, so I'm not going to worry about adjusting for it. Alright, we got about 5 seconds or so before we're going to be burning. There we go. It does feel good to be playing KSP again, I gotta say. I've neglected it for far too long. And I love sandbox games where you get to do whatever you want. And what the thing about the career mode is, it's still very much sandbox. You know, you can still do whatever you want, plan what you want to do, and everything. It's just you're limited by the amount of parts you have, your skill to a certain extent. I mean, skill definitely plays a big role in it. But at the same point, you don't have to be great. I'm by no means great at the game, but I'm still able to, do missions and things and unlock things, slowly. So, this is definitely the farthest I've gotten in the career mode in 0.23, and I'm pretty sure it's about the same that I got in 0.22. So, pretty much from here on out, it's not going to be brand new to me as far as my ability to do things with the parts that I am unlocking. And hopefully I'm unlocking them in a kind of a smart way, in a smart order, so I'm able to progress my science career, pretty decently. And in a timely manner. I don't want to take it so fast where we don't get to enjoy, the different stages of progressing through the career, but at the same time I don't want to have it be at a snail's pace where I'm just eking along and it's frustrating. So I want to, my goal for each mission is to at least get enough to unlock a couple different tech nodes, so it's definitely possible. It's just, am I able to do it? Is the thing. Slow the burn down a little bit. There we are. Close enough. Alright, a little bit farther out, but that's fine. And how much Delta V do we have left? We still have 914, so hopefully we'll be able to land with that. And I don't know how much, I'm still not comfortable with my ability to build efficient rockets yet, especially in the career mode, so I don't know how much the biome hopping we're going to be able to do. I'll probably, if I can, set it down near intersection of a biome or two, but at the same time, I want to land wherever I can. So we'll see. There's the moon, and there's Kerbin. Alright, so let's go ahead and speed up a little bit more. I definitely don't want to blow by it. What kind of orbit would that put us in? Pretty crazy elliptical orbit. Alright, coming in. Alright. So let's see. It's going to take 266, so we'll still have about, what, about 650 Delta V left, so we might be able to move around a little bit. We'll see. So 33-second burn. Alright, so about 16 seconds out. And there's a star right there. I couldn't see the node timer. Alright, we're approaching our manure node. Alright, last minute adjustments. And here we go. I'm probably approaching these missions a little bit too cautiously, but at the same time, I haven't played this game in forever, so I'm kind of relearning everything. These first few missions that I've been doing have been kind of like a refresher slash tutorial again for me. So don't get too frustrated with my my lack of ability and the speed at which I'm playing. It'll get better, hopefully. Alright, so let's start thinking, oh, what about that crater right there? That'd be a nice first landing, wouldn't it? So, which way is it rotating? It's rotating this way, I believe, right? Let's put a maneuver here and bring it down about like that. This one. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough to land on multiple biomes this mission. Actually, it's rotating this way. So let's just do it manually. All right, point prograde or retrograde, excuse me. Right about there would be pretty cool, I think. We gotta watch our electricity as well. Yeah, we're not going to be able to. We might not even be able to get back to Kerbin if I don't land very efficiently. All right. Yeah, these are running pretty low. And then I just have the center one. Alright, so it's coming a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and switch this to surface before I forget and put this on surface. Alright, coming in for our first moon landing in forever. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about trying to get there this mission. We might actually have to send a rescue mission if I don't do this very well. There's a crater, we're above it. Very nice. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a single biome. Go ahead and plant our first flag kind of deal. Looks like we're going to be aiming right at these three craters right here. This could be bad if it's not very smooth. But yeah, we're going to just do our simple, actually I'm probably going to bring it in just a little bit to right about there and then call that good land between these craters. But call this just a simple mission, single biome, get as much science as we can. If we can get into return, yeah, right about there. That's where I'm gonna try. I know I keep cutting my sentence off in mid-sentence, but or myself off in mid-sentence, but we're running pretty low, and I'm kind of worried about that. We might not be able to do it. Might not be able to get back. We're gonna be cutting it extremely short. Before I forget, go ahead and put out our landing gears. I think I need to redesign this to be a little bit more fuel efficient. Or maybe our launch stage to be a little bit more fuel efficient. Yeah, I think that use this just for landing. Coming in pretty hot. I think this isn't going to be very good. I should have quick saved when I was in orbit. I didn't. Don't tip, don't tip. Oh, can you believe it, guys? Whew. Can you believe it? Alright, go ahead. Take a mystery goo reading. 40 science if it's recovered. Observe mystery bay. 100 science if it's recovered. Very nice. Alright. Alright. Scratch, EVA jab. Whee! I know they changed it. Ooh, rough landing. So it has a EVA propellant now instead of just unlimited amount. So let's go ahead and take a surface sample. We are in the east far side crater. 120 science, very nice. And an EVA report. Alright. Review the sample, where are we? The east far side crater, okay. Alright, so east far side crater. Moon. Oh, I'm not typing. There we go. Moon's east far side crater. Alright. Jeb was the first. Capitalize Kerbal. Kerbal to land safely. Let me spell safely, right? Safely on the moon in .23. Good job, Jeb. Good job. Alright. Let's get him back in. Store his data. Save. Store experiments. There we go. Take another EVA report. 24 science. Alright. So, I think we've been recording for a while. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put a cut here. And then once we're back in orbit, I'm going to take another mystery goo. Well, hopefully, this is my plan, to take off, get into orbit. How much fuel do I have left in these guys? They are empty. Alright, perfect. So, how much fuel do I have left? I got 78 units. I'm going to have to do a little research, see how much Delta V I actually need. Okay, not too bad. And we're going to get a much lighter too whenever I... Okay, so this is definitely going to be doable, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good here for this episode. And while I'm thinking about it, quick saving. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for more. We're going to be heading back to Kerbin.